This episode is brought to you by Marqeta. When it comes to your payments provider, you can't afford to compromise. Marqeta's modern payment solutions flex with your business without the trade-offs. Stable and agile, secure and innovative, scalable and configurable. If they say you can't have it all, don't believe them. Your business demands more. Choose a payments provider that delivers more. Choose Marqeta. Visit marqeta.com/Spotify to learn more.
1,
2,
3,
4.
Monster movie.
Fun time, go! Monster movie.
Fun time, go. Monster.
Movie.
Fun time.
Go!
Monster movie. Fun time, go.
With Precious D and Honeybee.
Fun time, go!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and neighbors, welcome to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. 31 Days of Horror. Mars Needs Movies. I am your host, Precious D, and my guest today is my sister Lita, back again
Hello.
to talk about another one of our movies of alien invasions, incursions, infiltrations, and visitations. The movie is They Live from 1988, based on the 1963 short story, a very short story, 8 o'clock in the morning by Ray Nelson. Let's see here. It is 94 minutes in English in color. The budget was $3 million. Box office $13.4 million. It
That's
opened
pretty
at number
good.
1. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good
And
for
it
88 days. Yeah.
Has gone on to become a cult classic.
Mm-hmm.
It is by John Carpenter.
Directed.
Yes.
Screenplay is not.
Directed by... no, the screenplay is also by him.
Mm,
And it's what Wikipedia says.
remember watching the credits. Double check.
I think there might have been something about him writing it under another name.
Really?
I thought I
Oh,
saw
because it
something.
said, I think it's Frank Armitage or something like that. Hold on.
Yeah, yes. Carpenter decided to use the pseudonym Frank Armitage as an allusion to one of the filmmaker's favorite writers, H.P. Lovecraft. Henry Armitage is a character in the Dunwich Horror. So
Oh,
there you go.
interesting. Okay. I did not.
And I
know.
believe he may have also scored the movie,
Yeah.
but it's a fairly simple score.
Right.
Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Yes.
Doo-doo, doo-doo. It's a blues
Yeah.
song, keeps threatening to start, but never quite does.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doo-doo, doo-doo. I'm walking down the street. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I'm looking for a job.
Yeah.
Doo-doo. There's aliens in disguise. This movie stars Roddy Piper, also known as Rowdy Roddy Piper of wrestling fame.
Yeah.
He's listed in the credits as Nada, but he is the man with no name. Nada, of course, Spanish for nothing, because
Nothing.
he does not
Nobody-
introduce himself. Nobody says his
Nope.
name at any point in
Yeah.
the film.
Nope. I said that as soon as it ended because I was looking at the credits. I was like, nada. What? Okay. Yeah. Nobody ever. And there was a point in the movie too where I was like, what is his name? He didn't never introduced himself to the woman. She introduced herself. But okay, go on. Sorry, interrupted. Finish.
But that's in a number
Intentional.
of Clint Eastwood movies. He's the man with no name. Keith David as Frank Armitage. So wait, he wrote the name
Wait,
under the name of the character?
what? I did not even realize that. What? Right? It is Frank Armitage, right? And I don't know why I even remember it from the credits, but I think that's what I saw. on the credits.
Yeah, that's
That's what Wikipedia says.
okay. That's what Wikipedia says. He's definitely playing Frank. I don't know if we ever hear his last name, but he's definitely playing
Yeah.
Frank. Meg Foster as Holly Thompson. Raymond St. Jacques as street preacher. George Buck Flower as drifter / collaborator. Peter Jason as Gilbert, Cy Richardson as Black Revolutionary, Susan Blanchard as Ingenue,
In the
Norman Alden as construction foreman, and Kerry Russell as second unit guard. There's more people than that in this. They're just not credited, I guess.
yeah.
There was one guy that, as we were watching it with some of my family, and Delano goes, "Oh, it's that guy. He's a Asian guy that's in Big Trouble in Little China that we see briefly in the big attack near the end." Lita, what are your thoughts, feelings, impressions of They Live?
Well, this is a classic movie. We've seen it before. It's one of my partner David's favorite movies of all time. He purchased the Roddy Piper and Keith David action figures from They Live.
Okay. And does he make them engage in a very long fight?
The fight scene is just one of the greatest cinematic moments, I think, ever.
Yeah, it's my understanding that Carpenter wanted to have a fight that was longer than the one in The Quiet Man.
Okay.
That's why it goes on so long.
Yeah.
It keeps almost ending and then not
Yep.
quite.
Just put on the damn glasses.
Yep.
I really enjoy. So I have a strong affection for this movie, for a few reasons. I hadn't seen it maybe I've only seen it once, maybe twice before. It's been several years since I'd watched it, so it was almost like watching it new again. And it was felt frighteningly prescient to where we are today in this world. David said it, we've said this before, but he said it last night, the science fiction writers are the true prophets of our time.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to rewind and was horrified at the end when they're having their wealthy people dinner and they're like, by the year 2025, and I'm like, wait, no! How did John Carpenter know?
So the real bad guy in this movie is capitalism.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's not even capitalism. Actually, I don't think it's capitalism as much as, or well, maybe what I was just feeling was that it's control. It's authoritarianism. Masquerading. It's another mask. Capitalism is another mask for the authoritarianism.
Well, but the purpose behind it is not so much control, but the accumulation of wealth.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
Because there's authoritarian governments that, I mean, the people at the top are wealthy, but yeah, everybody else is. They're not generating wealth in any way whatsoever, and they do want people out there, producing and. I mean, this was made in the middle of Ronald Reagan, and it's a critique of Ronald Reagan's Reaganomics, purposely, where the rich got richer and the poor got poorer, but it became accelerated at that time. So it is unique in our invasion movies in that it's an infiltration that has succeeded and has resulted in a secret occupation. Normally, that's not what we see. We see an attempt at an invasion that gets thwarted, or we see an infiltration that does not result in a complete invasion. But in this one, they have succeeded, and we've just now become aware that they've succeeded. And so we do get a rebellion and an overthrow, but it's unclear how long this has been going on. Yeah. It may have always been going on, or it may have just happened in a few years.
Yeah.
We don't.
Well, and it's unclear how successful the overthrow. It feels to me like a temporary.
I mean,
victory, and we've only just begun.
Yeah.
Like there could have been sequels to this.
It's definitely just the beginning of the revolution. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's aliens living among us in disguise, and they have all the power. They share a little bit of the wealth with some of their collaborators, but none of those people appear to have any actual power. And they have these subliminal messages on basically all the printed material. Magazines, signs, it's on the television. They do something. They put out some sort of radio wave of some kind that masks all of this. But when our hero gets a hold of a pair of special glasses, they let him see through the illusion. He sees on all the printed material things like obey, conform, reproduce, marry and have children. On the money says, "This is your God," on it.
Yeah.
And there's a whole underground that's been working on this and has developed these classes, but he just sort of stumbles across them. He's a drifter. He's looking for work. He had a steady job back east, back west, wherever, but things dried up, and now he's just wandering around looking for work. And once he finds out what's going on, he starts tearing shit up.
Yeah.
Walks into a bank with a shotgun and famously says, "I have come here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum."
There are some great lines in this movie. That's one of them, of course. I mean, it kind of makes no sense, but it's great.
Well, I once heard a variation of it on Will and Grace that I thought worked a lot better.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember. Somebody was asking for something. I don't remember what it was. And she's like, "I'm sorry, today I'm only giving out ass kickings and lollipops. And I'm all out of lollipops." So they're just changing it to "I'm giving out. This is what I'm giving out."
Yeah.
I think makes it work a little better.
Yeah.
So I've already given out the lollipops, so you get an ass kicking.
Yeah.
So, I think Roddy may have come up with a lot of those. Apparently he would sit around, scribbling down little ideas for that kind of stuff, which I think probably comes out of his wrestling, his the smack talk that they do as wrestlers, probably put a lot of thought into that. It's the best thing he's ever done. He's done other movies, but this is definitely the best one. And I think he does a fine job.
Yeah. No, he's not the greatest actor in the world, but he's not the worst. Yeah. And it also, it doesn't, he fulfills the obligations of the role.
Yes, he does what's required.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the key, is casting the right actor for the part who's capable of doing the job. You're not going to cast him as Hamlet, but you might cast him as one of the murderers in Macbeth.
Yeah, yeah.
So, or one of the guards in Hamlet, So there you go. It's always fun to see Keith David. He's getting a lot of attention. Unfortunately, Mr. Piper is no longer with us.
Yes.
But Keith David just got a star on the Walk of Fame, and I was just watching him in The Lowdown.
The star has not happened yet. He's on the list. It'll be sometime next year. So they haven't.
Yeah,
it's on the list.
It's been announced.
It's coming though.
Yeah, it's been announced.
Yes, he is having a heyday right now. He is working constantly, and always full disclosure, you can include this or not, but I am his dog walker for his family.
Yeah,
and dog sitter. Fine. So I know the man. He's a wonderful human, but I know
Is his dog named Nada?
No, they're two dogs.
Okay.
That would be fun. I mean, they're the family dogs.
Right.
The kids named the dogs.
Okay.
But he never stops working. Like the last couple of years, especially since COVID, he is just working all the time, and it's great because he's deserving as a human, and he's a really great actor. And the Lowdown is wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
Everyone go watch it. It's really good.
Yeah. But it certainly doesn't hurt when you have someone with less experience like Roddy Piper to have Keith David there next to him, helping out.
Right. Juilliard
and everybody else. Yeah. Tell him we said hi. Send him this episode.
Okay.
But everybody else is also really good. Meg Foster, she was not in enough stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why nobody.
Yeah.
I don't know why no one ever cast her and Kirstie Alley as sisters.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. First thing I ever saw Meg Foster in was in school. We watched The Scarlet Letter that she starred in. She's also in another movie that we could do in our spin-off show. I think it counts, which is Masters of the Universe. She's in Masters of the Universe. I was gonna
say, I'm looking at her IMDb. She's got a decent amount of credits. She's got some stuff. She's in
she's been in things
of the Universe, maybe just as the voice. The 2024 series.
Oh, they brought her back. Okay.
No, but she's Motherboard. She's not Evelyn. She's listed as Motherboard.
Right, but I'm sure it's not a coincidence. Somebody said.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I realized she was in Jeepers Creepers 3.
Yeah, it looks like I guess horror movies are her genre.
Yeah. No, she's worked steadily. I just feel like she should have been in more big things.
Yeah.
So let's see. And what else notes do I have here?
Can we just let me? Can I run through my favorite line? I was writing down lines.
Sure.
Jumped out. Well, the golden rule, which I think applies today in 25, he who has the gold makes the rules.
Yeah.
That's a good one. This wasn't spoken, but it was graffiti. They live, we sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Which was also fun. I was like, oh,
that's where the title comes from.
I'd always really been like, what the hell does this title mean?
Yeah, so, it is a little. Well, of course they live. We live. Everything lives. What are you talking about?
But they're living. They're getting all the everything.
Yeah.
You're just sleeping through it. So then I do wonder if this movie has more cultural influence of like the clothing line, the Obey clothing line. I've always wondered if they were inspired by this movie.
Oh, I don't know. Probably.
And then also just kind of, I was really thinking about in this, the idea of we're sleeping and we need to wake up, and the whole like get woke, which has now been bastardized and everything and whatever. Yeah. It wasn't the greatest grammar in the first place, but just the idea of waking up to this world that we're actually living in. I
believe in the.
We all would.
I believe in the short story, he is described as having woken up.
Mm.
It's only like 6 pages, and I think you can find it online. But and I don't think there's necessarily glasses in it or something. Just something has happened that he has woken up and has become aware of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the other notes I have is, I believe in America. I follow the rules.
Mm-hmm.
There's some commercial that's for. There's some commercial or fashion show that's talking about the Roaring '90s.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you remember this, if you're old enough to remember this, but in the '80s, towards the end, people could not wait for it to be the '90s.
Yeah.
Everything was this, that, and the other of the '90s. And I'm like, but it's still the '80s, guys. Calm down. We haven't got to the '90s yet. But they were ready for it to be over. When he's looking at the newspapers and magazines and stuff, there's an Edgar Cayce book on ESP behind him. I don't know if that was on purpose. I wrote Andromeda. Apparently these guys are originally from Andromeda, but that's a completely another galaxy, so that's pretty damn far away.
It's pretty far.
Also, Ghostbuster devices. There's some tracking devices that the bad guys are using that are Ghostbusters ectoplasm detectors.
Oh.
They just borrowed them from the prop. They're like, we don't need a new prop, just use those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And my final note is last minute boobs. Just so unnecessary.
So unnecessary. It was weird, yes. Which
it seems like
maybe some other kind of statement. I mean, we could give it some. I almost want to watch that ending again, because it ends up ending so abruptly.
Yeah. So the aliens are fairly unpleasant looking. And towards the end of the movie, Roddy blows up the thing that's sending out the masking signals. So their true faces are revealed across the country, presumably across the world. And we see this, people in a bar, a guy in a bar, somebody on the news. And then the final shot is a woman naked on top of a guy, and she opens her eyes, and they're, having sex. She opens her eyes and looks down and starts screaming, and we see that the guy is an alien. And he's like, "What's wrong, babe?" And it's been established that the aliens are ugly to us, and we are equally ugly to them. But there's somebody is into, I guess, someone's going to be into it from the alien side. And once they're revealed, there's maybe someone that's going to be into it from the human side. But it does kind of seem like, and then it just ends, blackout.
Yeah, that's
but
the
it
last
does kind of
line,
seem
right?
like,
What's up, babe? What's wrong, babe? Yeah.
It does seem like somebody was going through the film and were like, "You know what we forgot? This is it's an action movie in the 80s, and we forgot to put any boobs in. Well, just throw them in at the end." Meg Foster's not going to do it. Roddy doesn't have to. There's no point in the actual plot where it makes any sense for that to happen. So just throw them in at the end. But then this made a problem when it was shown on broadcast TV later on, and they had to sort of awkwardly blur them out. So I would have opted to just not do it, or to have her with her bra on.
Yeah, just
if
have
you
it,
felt that was absolutely necessary.
Yeah.
So there you go, folks. Last minute boobs.
Is there could we give them some benefit of the doubt that there's a statement in there also about our just the marry and reproduce ideas, and I don't know, like, and sexualizing women over capitalism does treat women as commodities. I don't know.
If you want to pull a muscle reaching for that, you go ahead.
Okay.
But I really do think it was like, we forgot to put any boobs in.
We forgot. Which is just a sad commentary.
Yes, yeah. I mean, it is, that does play into what you're saying, but in the reality of the movie itself, of the production itself, rather than
whether or not it was
artistic
intentional,
statement.
it is a comment on the society that requires the exploitation of women.
Yes, yeah. We forgot to exploit women. What were we thinking?
What were we thinking? I had two more.
We didn't even throw any water on Meg Foster or anything.
Yeah. I had two more lines. Beat your feet. That's a good one.
Okay.
Life's a bitch and she's back in heat. But yeah, I like this movie. I mean, it was disturbing last night. I was really unsettled by it in a new way, looking at it from a 2025 lens and our political climate. It felt more, not that we're going to be invaded by aliens, but just that we're going to be invaded or overturned by greed. It is greed that is driving things right now.
Yeah. It's not streaming. Well, the only place where it appears to be included is AMC Plus. If you have a subscription to AMC Plus, which nobody has. Otherwise, you got to rent or buy it on any of the other things. It is available.
I think it's on Criterion Channel right now.
Well, that's another thing that nobody has a subscription to.
Have a subscription.
I'm saying the main things are like Netflix, HBO.
Yeah.
Of course, Tubi and Pluto are the best if you can get it for free on there. A lot of things we watch are available on those things. But I think even Paramount and Peacock are more common. We were watching War of the Worlds the other day, and it's on frickin' MGM Plus, and I'm like, nobody has MGM Plus. I only have a temporary subscription because of my phone provider. So there you go. Well, Lita, how many flying saucers are you gonna rate They Live?
I will give this, and especially in the realm of alien invasion movies, I give this 4.75 flying saucers.
Okay.
It's not perfect. This is a film that actually I think could have been longer. It is very short. And we could have had a little more I don't know. There were some places where I was like, this is moving too quickly. We need some more information. Or more plot. But it's not perfect, but it's again a really fun ride.
Yeah.
Even with it being unsettling. And it's a classic. It's great.
I'm giving it 5.
Okay.
When I lived in New York, I once printed up a bunch of stickers at work that said obey, conform, consume, things like that, and went around town sticking them on like phone booths and shit.
Nice.
And it's still like I haven't seen the action figures you were talking about, but I've seen some of the aliens in Target and places like that, not just specialty geek stores. So it's something that people are still aware of and still watching, I think. Even though it's stuck over on AMC Plus.
Yeah.
Put that shit on Netflix, man. Come on. What are you thinking? So, there you go. Yeah, I give it 5 saucers. I love it. I saw it in the theater when it was brand new, and I loved it ever since. I was like, what do you mean you want to go see this Roddy Piper movie? I came out of it going, that was great. I'm glad we watched that. So
yeah,
there you go.
Nice. Yeah.
I guess we're going to wrap it up here. If you like what we're doing, please like and subscribe and rate and review us on wherever you're listening. Tell all your friends, tell all your enemies. Consider checking out our Patreon. We'll be back tomorrow with another in our 31 Days of Horror. Until then, I have been Precious D. With me has been Lita. Remember to keep watching the skies. We won't see you, but you will hear us next time on Monster Movie Fun Time Go. You've been listening to Monster Movie Fun Time Go. If you enjoyed the show, please consider rating and reviewing us on your podcasting platform of choice. You can leave us a message and find links to all our things at mmftg.com.